Hi guys, this is Christy and I am my mother's spark, and one of my subscribers asked for me to take you all with me on one of my hauls. So today I need some fruits and veggies and I am going to take you to my farmer's market. I am at the farmer's market and I don't get here very often because it is a little bit of a drive for me, but what a lot of people do not realize is your flea markets are open usually on the weekends. But you have farmer markets that are actually open during the week as well. So my farmer's market that I like to go to is actually open 7 days a week. But honestly, I'm going to turn this camera around, and if you didn't know, you wouldn't even realize that they're open. So as you can see, it looks like they are shut down, that they are not running, and it looks like there's nobody here, but we are going to walk back to a little hidden treasure and I'll show y'all what I like to go to for my produce and my fruits and sometimes my spices. Okay guys, so hopefully I don't get copyrighted for the music in the background, but I can't do anything about it. But this is a little hidden treasure that I like to go to get my fruits and vegetables and so forth. I came at a good time. There's actually nobody in here except for employees. But I'm going to show you the variety and how good this produce looks for you to be able to shop and dehydrate or can or cook with. I'm actually going to buy some things to make for dinner tonight as well. But wait until you see how good this stuff looks. Alright, so I'm just going to do a quick walkthrough so you can see. I mean, they are just fully stocked, guys. And these are actually farmers that come from around the United States and bring here. So you are literally, I mean, look at these prices. I literally just went to the grocery store the other day, and for 3 onions they wanted $7, $8, and here for a bag it's only $2.50. So you really cannot beat that when it comes to going to the farmer's market and your produce. And look, we have a little stowaway here hiding in the onions. It's pretty funny. I guess he knows where to get the better prices as well. But really, I mean, white onions $1.50 a pound, guys. I mean, I could just walk down and you could just see they are just so fully stocked. For those of you that like your garlic, I mean, they have a whole bag of garlic here for $2 a bag, which is really good, and they look good. They're a good size. They're not shriveled up and dried. Sweet potatoes, which is actually something that I'm here to pick up so that I can make some sweet potato chips. Also russet potatoes and red potatoes, that's what I'm here to get as well. Again, I went to go get some potatoes at the grocery store and they looked so bad, so bruised, and they were starting to rot in the bag. There was only 3 or 4 of them in the bag, and that was also $9. So here I can get a 10-pound bag of potatoes for $7 a bag for the russet. Same thing for the red potatoes. I can get a 5-pound bag, and that's only $3.50 a bag. So you can't beat it. And then they have some things that aren't very common, as you can see, but I'm sure there's people out there that really enjoy these types of things. I was talking about I do get my herbs here sometimes. So my herbs, like they have cilantro here for a bushel, which as you can see is a good sized bushel for $2 for $1, guys. So 50 cents a piece on cilantro. If you love cilantro, you can definitely dehydrate it. You can freeze it as well and use it later if you want to stock up like me, because I don't get here very often. I do try to stock up. Now the zucchinis are a little bit smaller, but again, for $1.50 a pound, you cannot beat that. And if you're just cutting them up to grill or to put with your steak or whatever you eat, your chicken, then by all means, that's a great price. Peppers, banana peppers. The last time I went on a haul, I had canned a whole bunch of banana peppers. I pickled them and I filled up a huge bag of peppers, and it was just awesome. Also with I also got a bunch of jalapenos here, which were green and red, and I just went ahead and mixed those and pickled those. And I wasn't able to show you guys that particular process, but I actually got quite a bit out of my little bit here that I got trying to work around people. You've got your okra. Look at these okra, guys. These are really good. I mean, Okra is very easy to grow, but I did not grow any this year, so I will probably get a couple of these so that I can harvest the seeds for next year. I won't get a whole lot of them. It's kind of too late in the year to start them here, but I will probably get 2 or 3 of them, and then I can harvest the seeds. Same thing with beans, tons of beans, different kinds. Beets, the beets are looking a little bit small, but last time I came they were much larger, and I got a whole bunch of them, and also pressure canned those. The carrots, guys, carrots are huge. Last time I got the bags so that I could go ahead and can them, but if you're just doing for dinner or for salads, I mean, these are monstrous. You can get them already pre-bagged. For a whole bag of radishes is $1.50. A whole bag of carrots is $1.50, or you can just get them at 70 cents a pound. That's completely up to you. Same thing with the radishes. You can just pick out which ones you want. $1.50 a pound. The cucumbers are looking great. I got a ton of cucumbers here last time so that I could make a bunch of quarts and pints of pickles. So I will probably get some more cucumbers just for salads, and probably not jar them this time because I think I made 7 or 8 pints plus 7 or 8 quarts plus a couple of pints just for the fridge. And so I probably won't get any cucumbers today. If I do, it won't be very many. And I'm going to cut this off so I can get around some people and give them their privacy. Give me 1 second. Alright guys, so Poblano Peppers. I love Poblano Peppers, and I love stuffing them with chicken or with cheese, smothering them in cheese, putting the enchilada or the green chili sauce over them, and that is actually something that I really like to eat, and it's easy to pack for lunch, and they are only $2 a pound. Then you've got your red peppers, your yellow peppers, your green peppers, and these all look really amazing too. The prices, $1 each, $1.50 each for the red and the yellow, $1 each for the green, and then you've got your Yucca Lemons. Now, lemons are good. I'm going to go into this a little bit on the herbal side. I just did a video on herbals, and for those of you that wake up in the morning just really congested and just coughing stuff up from sleeping the night before and everything draining into your chest, if you buy lemons and you make warm lemon water in the morning and just drink a cup of that in the morning, then it will actually clear a lot of that stuff up out of your sinuses and out of your chest. And here their the lemons are 5 for $2. Limes, I prefer limes. I love limes. I actually will squeeze a lime in my soda or my water. I love limes. Corn is also something that in the grocery store they're very small, but here, as you can see, they are normal size, guys. I haven't seen corn this size in the grocery stores for a long time, and you can get 3 for $2 here, and again, I haven't seen that price in the grocery stores either. And when I do my next video, I'll also tell you that the corn silk actually has medicinal purposes too, but we'll share that for another video. We've got avocados here, bananas, plantains, lettuce. I mean, look at these prices. Look at the quality. Look at how fresh they are and how good they look. You know, and then if you don't want to take the time to dehydrate, they already have dehydrated chilies here for you. So if you just don't have the time or you don't have a dehydrator, you can definitely get your own peppers, whatever peppers that you want. And they're here and they're ready to just scoop up. And oh man, they smell so good. I just got a whiff of them. To just scoop up and put in your pantry. Tamarindo is actually something that's very popular. It is it's something that can be turned into candy. We actually buy tamarindo candies quite often. We go to the local Asian market and it is very good. I personally do not know how to make them, but that is something that I wanted to learn how to do. Some more herbs, guys. I think this is cinnamon. No, it's not. Oh, yep. Yep, so a big old bundle of cinnamon sticks. Huge bundle for $12 a pound. Not $12 a bundle, $12 a pound. So that's a really good price too, guys. Alright, so that was a good bit of their veggies. I hadn't gotten to the tomatoes, but the tomatoes here are $6 a basket, and they look really, really amazing too. When I went to the grocery store the other day and looked at their tomatoes, they were bruised, they were moldy, they were rotten, they were just really gross. But these look really, really good, really, really fresh, really, really juicy. And you can get a whole basket here, which you can see is a good bit of tomatoes for $6. And these are the Roma tomatoes. So in the grocery store, your Roma tomatoes are a lot smaller, and these are definitely much, much bigger. So if you're looking at canning tomatoes or tomato sauces, definitely go to your farmer's market and you can get a good bit of tomatoes that are bigger, juicier, more ripe, without all the gross stuff that you get at the grocery stores. Same thing with your regular beefsteak tomatoes. They're huge guys. They're fresh. You can tell, I mean, they're not pretty. A lot of the grocery store produce, you don't realize it, but a lot of that is dyed and has tons of hormones and so forth. And here it's just natural from the farm. They pick it and they bring it. I mean, look at all these tomatoes, guys. And for a whole basket, it's $6. So it's a really great price. And then for those of you that like the kind of different and tropical fruits, they have a whole section here as well as on roots. And I'm gonna go around that table. We're starting to get into the fruits here. I went through most of the veggies, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you the fruits so that you can see what kind of prices and quality are here. Sorry for the noise in the background. People are starting to show up, and of course some of them are looking at me like I'm crazy, but it's okay because I want to show you guys the quality of food that you can get if you just go to a local farmer's market instead of going to the grocery stores. Plus you support your local farmers, or your farmers in general, that you cut out the middleman and you cut out the big box stores. So to keep them going, you know, they're going to keep feeding you. So you want to try to feed the local farmers and the farmers that are also struggling, instead of putting that money into the big box stores. At least in my opinion, I think that's what you should do. So here, I don't know what some of these vegetables are. Some of you may know, but they have just a good bit of different veggies. And I am going to try not to get anybody in this camera. If I do, then I'm going to have to edit it. Rambutan. I have not had this. I have seen it. I don't even actually know how to eat it, but I know it's something that you cannot find in your local grocery stores here, but you can find it here at the farmer's market, and they look really good. I mean, look at this. This looks really amazing to me. One of these days I'll figure out what to do with it, but these are $6 a pound. Limas, I'm not sure what those are. Mamies, I'm not sure what those are either. Excuse me. Dragon fruit. Dragon fruit is something that was on my bucket list to try, and last time I came I actually bought some, and they were actually, ooh, that one doesn't look so good, but last time I came they were actually a little bit bigger, but I got to try it for the first time, and these are $5 a pound. But they were really, really good. So if you have not tried a dragon fruit, you want to make sure that it is fully ripe, because if it's not, it kind of just tastes like a bland kiwi. But if you make sure it's ripe and it's good and it's juicy, I mean, it's easy to eat. You just scoop it right out, and it's just very delicious. Mango Verde. So these are a different type of mango. As you can see, they're $4 a pound. I have not had this type of mango either, but I have had the other mangoes that they do have over there across the store. You've got guava here, just little red guavas, which are smaller, but they are a different type of guava, and those are $4 a pound. Cocoa. Malanga cocoa. I actually have not used this either, but this is $2 a pound. I don't know what this is either, guys. Chayote for $1. I don't know what that is though. Ginger. They have a whole lot of ginger here. I use a lot of ginger. I like to dehydrate it. I like to keep it fresh. Also, if you take these off, you can find these ones that have, like, I don't know if you can see it here, like this little bit here is a new root growing. So you can actually find ones that have new root offspring, and you can plant these in your own personal garden, and it will actually grow more ginger. So it is a rotating garden basically. You can just keep it growing. Ginger is $2 a pound. So we've got, I mean, I'm not going to go over everything. A lot of these I actually don't know what they are. But you can see their prices are amazing. Turmeric. Turmeric is another one that I'm big on, and this is something that I use very, very often for medicinal purposes. It is anti-inflammatory. It's good for sore muscles. It's good for arthritis. And you just dehydrate it, and you can chop it up, dehydrate it, and then use your mortar and pestle and turn it into powder, and then that I will turn into capsules. And the fresher the better, because then you know what is in your herbal supplements. And these are $3 a pound, so I will actually probably get some turmeric today, just so I can have some fresh grown turmeric instead of buying the capsules or the powder in the stores. But if you want to go that route and cut out all the work, then you're more than welcome to do that as well. So you can correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that these are tomatoes or something along those lines. And I hope you can hear me. I'm trying to be quiet so that people don't think I'm crazy. But these look really good. I mean, they're nice and they're green and they're ripe, and they're not bruised. They're not bug eaten. For the most part, they look really, really great. And this again, you can get a whole basket. You get a whole basket for $5, which is a really good price. Baby bananas, $1.25 a pound. I usually just go ahead and get the yellow bananas, and I try to get some of them that are not so ripe. So like this one I would get because half of them aren't as ripe, and then they'll ripen on your counter over time, and then you don't have to throw a bunch of them away that you went ahead and couldn't get to. Or also if they start turning brown, you can also freeze them and you can use them later in banana breads. Or even really banana baby foods. Just because they're brown, they're starting to turn brown, does not mean that they're bad. So don't throw them away. Repurpose them for something else like banana bread or baby foods, or even for your animals. Bananas are very, very good for especially dogs. We've got different types of coconuts here. You can either put all the work in and try to get it out of the shell here, or the husk, or you can just go straight to where you've got the shell here. And if you want to put the work in, they're $3.50 a piece. Or if you don't want to put the work in, they are $1.50. And there's also white coconut, which I actually have never even heard of, which are $3 a piece. Papayas, guys, look at these papayas. I'm probably going to get one of these papayas. They're $1.25 a pound, and I love tropical fruits. That is definitely my go-to when it comes to fruits. So I am probably going to get one of these papayas when I go. But I mean, these are monstrous. They look so good. They look amazing. Bluetooth disconnected. You've got pineapples here, $4 each. And if you find the right pineapple, which some of the pineapples, when you go to the stores or like here, you can replant these and you can start growing new pineapples. So when you cut off the top here, you would take off the bottom few spines here, and it will actually start rooting for you. So once you get those roots going, you can put it in some water, and those roots will get stronger, and then you'll transport those into a pot, and then in a couple of years you'll be growing your own pineapples. Alright guys, we have grapes here. Grapes is not something that I normally get. I have to be craving them, but usually one of the things I do like to do is if I have juice, any kind of juice, I like to take my grapes, I like to freeze them in the freezer, and then I use those as my ice cubes, and that way whatever my juice is, it doesn't water them down. Here's their jalapenos. This is what I bought a ton of the last time I came so that I could pickle them. You can get these half baskets. These are more for if you're going to cook dinner for that night, or you can buy these monster really, really full baskets. And this is what I did last time so that I could pickle a bunch of pints, because we like jalapenos pickled on our sandwiches and salads and just different things. So if you come here and you get a basket, or if you just go to your farmer's market and they have a basket, this particular basket that you can see is, I mean, it's a lot of jalapenos, guys. It's $5 for this basket. You just can't beat that. They also have local honey here, which I'm not going to show you where it's from because I don't want you to know local where I am, or how close I am. Yes, ma'am, sorry. But your local honey here is $14 for a quart, which is a really good price as well. but I definitely suggest stocking up on honey. It's very good for cutting out your sugar if you're trying to cut out on sugar and trying to lose weight, and it also has many medicinal purposes. So try to stock up on honey if you can. Cantaloupe looks really good. It's $4 a piece. They've got some celery here. The celery is looking a little bad. I don't think they've stocked it yet. Celery isn't normally something that I buy, but their celery is $2 a bag. And then here's our apples. I actually am going to get some apples today too, because I want to dehydrate some so that I can snack on them. And it doesn't take long to dehydrate them. I do mine a little bit slower at 95 degrees. But it is something that I like to dehydrate and stock away so I can make an apple pie or put them in my oatmeal or just snack on them. It's a healthy snack, and these baskets are, these are Gala apples, and they are $6 a basket. Then you've got your Golden Delicious, which I'm actually not a big fan of them. I think they're a little bit better for my taste, but they are also $6 a basket. And then you've got your red apples, which, oh man, these look really good. These are what I'm going to actually end up getting so that I can dehydrate them. These are also $6 a basket, but they just look amazing. And then green apples. I missed the green apples, guys. Same thing, $6 a basket. Then you've got your peanuts. They're $5 a bag. And here in the South, they have, which I didn't even know existed, boiled peanuts. And usually in a Cajun flavor or just an original flavor, which is just salty. And I know it sounds terrible, but let me tell you, they are so good, especially if you're going to some sort of sports game to just sit there with your cup of boiled peanuts. They're amazing. And we've got more nuts and cherries, it looks like, and I think these are cherries. But I would probably not get any of these because it looks like the bugs are having a heyday with these. But they still look really good. I don't want to fight any bugs. Then you've got kiwis. You can get a whole basket of kiwi. I'm going to guess probably $5 as well. We actually like kiwis as well, and these are good, guys. So some of them are ripe and some of them are not so ripe. So you can put them on the counter, eat your ripe ones, and then over a couple of days they will ripen, and you can eat the rest of them. Plums. Plums is another thing that I like to get, and these are things that you can make jams or jellies out of. You can make sauces out of them. You can make plum sauce. These are definitely things that you can stock for long-term storage. Put them on the shelf, make them with your canner. It's pretty easy. There's different recipes. You can also make a spicy plum sauce, which is really good. But you just jar it, you put it on the shelf, and it's good for years. And for one of these containers, it's only $4 for the container. But these are their mangoes, and I hope you can see them. But I mean, they're monstrous, guys. Look at how big these are. And some of them are ripe, some of them are not quite ripe. So I'll get some, again, like I said, that are ripe and not ripe. And that way they can ripen over time on the counter. You just literally sit them on the counter, and in a couple days or 3 days they'll be ripe and they'll be ready to eat. Alright guys, they also have pears, and somebody left their Sprite there. That's not for sale, but they have pears here. They have the green pears, and they have I think these are prickly pears. I might be wrong on that, but I think these are prickly pears here. But the pears are $5 a basket, and these are Tuna Verdes. So I guess I'm wrong. These are not prickly pears. They're Tuna Verdes, and these are also $5 a basket. And as you can see, they have a whole lot of different ones. Tuna Rocha, and that is also $5 a basket. And brown sugar. So I don't know if you can see this. Hopefully there's a little bit of a glare. This obviously is not something that they have made from hand, but it's $7 a piece, so still way cheaper than you buy in the grocery store. So now I'm gonna go ahead and do my shopping. I'm going to get what I came here to get. You also have some miscellaneous stuff here behind me, as you can see. There's tostadas and corn chips and a number 10 can of jalapenos for $7. And then they have these little candies here, which are really good, Betamax, and they are really yummy, and those are $15. You'll see these once in a while in restaurants or in bars, but It's not something that we eat all the time, so I won't get it, but the outside is almost like a chili powder, and it's almost wrapped in like a fruit roll-up around the straw. So it's really good. If you haven't tried them and you can tolerate spicy foods, I suggest that you maybe try one sometime, put it on your bucket list. Alright, so like I said, I'm going to go ahead and do my shopping. I did come here for some things. I have my bags here ready to shop. I just didn't want to carry it all around me with me while I was telling you, you know, what you can get at your farmer's market and how good the quality is and how great the prices are. So once I get everything that I want to get, when I check out, I'm going to bring you back over there and you can see how much I spent and the amount of food that I will have gotten. So we'll be right back, guys. Okay, guys, so I am at the checkout here. I have a ton of fruits and veggies. And as you can see, I got quite a bit. She's already taken some off the counter, but there's more. And here in a minute, I will let you know what my total is. And you'll see the difference on what you spend and get in the grocery store to what you spend and get when you support the farmers that put the hard work in for you with the quality and the price. It's just a huge difference, guys, and you'll definitely see that. So she is still ringing stuff up. Like I said, I have a ton of stuff. I'm gonna get this all to the car. I'm not really sure yet, but I'm gonna do my best, and maybe I'll have to make a couple trips because I parked a little farther than I probably should have. Alright guys, so I am back in my car and in the AC. It is hot today. Thankfully I was the only one really there. There wasn't a whole lot of people there, so I didn't have to fight through people and carry these veggies and fruits in the heat like this. But I'm going to lay everything out when I get home so that you can see how much I really got. You didn't really get an idea because half of the stuff was already off the table as she was ringing it up. So I'm going to go ahead and spread everything out so you can see everything I got. I did get some tropical fruits too, which as you know are more expensive. So it did cost a little bit more because of that. But you can see the sizes and the quantities are just amazing as far as what you can get instead of going to the grocery store and buying the bag that has 3 onions in it or 5 potatoes in it. I mean, I got a 10-pound bag of potatoes for, I think it was $7, which to me is just amazing right now because the prices, you're not going to find those prices in the grocery stores. And then bonus, because I am I look like a tiny little girl that can't do much, the man carried all of my fruits and veggies out to the truck for me. So that was an added bonus that I much appreciated. I would have been more than happy to carry it myself, but he was persistent. So I had to give in because I can't always do everything myself. So if somebody offers help, I have to learn to accept it. But once we get home, we're going to go through all of this. I hope you enjoyed this trip, though, and got to see the difference between the grocery stores and your farmer's market. And I encourage you to start going to your farmer's market. Find that hidden gem that people think that it's closed because everything else around it is closed. And you would be surprised what type of treasures that you find within it. I will come back after I have everything all laid out. I got 3 zucchinis. I got 3 okras for the purpose of only harvesting the seeds because I didn't plant any this year. I got a bushel of bananas, which there are a lot on this bunch here. I got 2 yellow onions and, I got 2 sweet onions and a bag of yellow onions. sweet potatoes so I can some as well as make sweet potato chips, which is one of my go-to snacks. Kiwi, which some of them did get a little bit smushed in the bag, but that just means I have to eat them sooner, which is fine with me. Lemons and limes. I got 5 each of the lemons and limes. I got 8 large red apples, 3 avocado, 6 ears of corn, 4 monster-sized mangoes. And when I say monster size, I mean this is compared to an apple. They're huge and they're not quite ripe, but that's good. They're actually going to get canned. And these are all the tomatoes I got, which about 7 of them got squished in the bag. But I'm not worried about it because these are also going to get pressure canned so I can put them up on the shelf. And there's a lot of tomatoes there. It doesn't look like it in the picture. Let me see if I can move the camera. Oh, sorry guys. But there's a lot of tomatoes there. And these are all Roma tomatoes. Just to give you some sort of an idea, this is my colander and it overfills my colander. And last but not least, my 2 10-pound bags of russet potatoes that are going to be going into mostly potato soup.